Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's been over a year since the Supreme Court has decided the Dynamex decision that we've all, I'm sure, heard a lot about. They decided at that point that there had been enough discussion about a previous Borrello test and that they were going to make it clear who was an employee and who was not. The truth is, colleagues, that misclassification is something that our state has been dealing with for decades. And as a result, we lose upwards of $8 billion a year because of lost wages, lost taxes, because of the expenditures we have to make as a state when businesses misclassify their workers. However, that decision left a lot of uncertainties. And so what AB 5 does is codify that decision so that we're not stuck in court over the next 20 years, determining each individual small industry and how it applies. Since the Supreme Court has been clear, we know how to apply. And to add certainty to our businesses that historically have been outside of traditional wage orders, that have been outside of this idea of needing to protect workers. There are industries by and far where workers make more than twice the minimum wage, our standard for being able to be exempt from overtime and wage and meal breaks. There are industries that can actually serve as independent businesses where they're negotiating their own salaries, not just about flexibility, but actually about setting their own rates and ensuring that they can operate and will operate as responsible small businesses. So our bill is a work in progress. It's not complete, but it's something that we need to move forward in order to give certainty to businesses in California, to give certainty to the workers that we seek to protect, not only in this bill, but that the Supreme Court sought to protect in their decision, and certainty to taxpayers that they're no longer going to be on the hook for industries and for big businesses that refuse to adequately pay their workers. We have a tremendous amount of working poor in California. Workers who have to rely on subsidized childcare and subsidized housing. They have to rely on food stamps. We have to rely on emergency room care because they don't have health care. And so many of these workers are misclassified, and that's a burden on taxpayers that we need to relieve as well. AB 5 seeks to do this by codifying the Dynamex decision, but providing clear exemptions for certain industries that we don't worry about as much, although they'll still be held to the Borrello standard. These industries include physicians, insurance agents, financial advisors and direct sellers, real estate licensees, hairstylists and barbers who function as small businesses and are free from the direction and control of the salon where they lease their space, and individuals who act as small businesses providing services that require a license in law, dentistry, architecture, engineering, and accounting, or require an advanced degree that involves specialized course of study in marketing or human resource administration. Again, this bill is a work in progress. I'm hopeful that we can get to everybody's concerns. We probably can't, but I would ask you to ask yourself, are we better off with this bill than the uncertainty that's in the law today? And I think we are. And I think as we move forward and continue to push it, we will be even more so. So I respectfully ask for an aye today to keep this discussion going, to keep moving, to protect workers, to give certainty to businesses, and to protect California taxpayers. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.